Welcome, everybody, to the Golden Note podcast. My name is Jesse,
My name's Karen Deep.
and today we are going to be talking about Sleep Token and their album, Even in Arcadia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a metal group, is how they, I guess, describe themselves. And the album is also classified, at least on streaming services, as a metal album. But bold, yeah. We will get to the genre mixing and mashing that occurs because there's definitely a lot more than metal going on in this thing. So let's talk about the background really quick. So Sleep Token, they're a metal band. They're a modern metal band. They're in the prime of their career right now in 2025. This album was just released this year in 2025.
Wow. Great.
Yeah, like it's a few months ago, I think, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And background is that, you know, this is definitely a metal album. So I guess we're going to talk about the genres a little bit. But you'll notice a lot of trap beats as one of the stylistic choices that they make on this album, mixed in with like the classic metal drumming. 2025, we're, you know, definitely hip hop has been a very intense force in popular music.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone from country artists to pop artists, and now with this band, metal artists are using trap beats in some of their songs.
And I love it. I'm here for it.
So that's kind of the context we find ourselves in with this metal album. And maybe why we're hearing some of these stylistic choices like that. Metal is not super in the mainstream at all, right?
Yeah.
I would say. This is probably as mainstream as metal gets. My brain is blanking. There's one other band that I'm thinking of that's like kind of metal. Turnstile. Is it Turnstile? Is like another rock band that's like
I don't know them.
metal-ish. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I was going to say like, oh no,
Start
that's
off with
horrible.
disappointment.
But to be honest, I'm not like super familiar with Turnstile either. I know a couple of their songs, but I know that like within like modern 2020s rock community, Turnstile is definitely like a force.
Yeah. It's strange. I feel like I really live under a rock. Like I don't even know where to begin to find these communities.
Yeah.
I just do music stuff, hang out.
That's all you need to do, really.
That's it.
That's all. It's because I'm chronically online, Karen. That's
Oh, you got the bug. Yeah, no, I read books, paper books, and I go
try
for
to read
walks
books.
And
yeah.
yeah.
So anyways, to get back into it. So this is Even in Arcadia. Sleep Token has a couple albums, I think, previously released before this. So this is by no means their debut. Okay, let's talk familiarity with the band.
Nothing. Brand new.
Blank slate.
Shiny. Very shiny.
Cool.
Brand new, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. So, by the way, this is not our usual 1001 albums to listen to before you die pick. This is a me pick. This is something that I thought would be cool to talk about. So I'm glad that I'm introducing this to you. That this is
I'm
like
glad
a
as
new
well.
one.
You see this positivity happening
Yeah.
here.
My familiarity is I've heard of them before, but never really listened to them. Our ex-guitar player was a big fan of theirs for a while. Shout out to Dan.
Yes.
And what else did I say? I have another friend who, you know, she introduced me to one of their songs on an album before this, probably 6 or 8 months ago. And it was also like a song that I guess was like kind of on TikTok a little bit. And I remember liking the song quite a bit. So yeah, and then this album came out and there's a lot of hullabaloo about it. So I was like, let's give it a try. And I knew it would be an interesting album to talk about on the podcast. So
Great. Fantastic.
let's dive into the album cover.
Yes. Let's
What do
look
we
at the
think?
Album cover.
And album name. So Even in Arcadia makes me think this is some sort of concept album. Arcadia is a destination that they're talking about. Something's happening there. Oh, that's so funny. I'm just now seeing the flamingo for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing the flamingo
There's like a black flamingo hanging out.
right in the center, bottom center
Yeah.
of the album.
I think this picture, it's just a picture. There's no words, no other things. I think it looks beautiful. I love the colors of it.
Yeah. It's all pink in the trees rather than on the flamingo.
And it's a hard, I don't even think they're trees necessarily.
trees?
They look like bushes coming out of a rock.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe they're bushes coming out of a rock. I thought for a second it was like some weird.
I initially thought it was trees as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, on closer look, it's like bushes coming out of a rock. There's flowers. It feels like it could be real, but it doesn't seem like it's real. So if it was real, whoever took this photo, fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly.
If it wasn't, still fantastic. I think it looks great. But yeah, I like it. I don't know if it would catch me on the shelf at the record store if they exist anymore, but I think it's a nice photo.
There's no artist name or album name on the artwork from what I'm seeing, from what I have seen. I love albums like that. I think it's cool. It's mysterious. It's like really makes you focus just on the artwork. So I think this would stand out for me.
Nice.
Just like going through the vinyl record store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything to say about the name, even in Arcadia?
Well, I'm wondering. I feel like I've heard Arcadia before.
Yeah. Right.
It sounds like something that is
Well, Acadia. Is it Acadia? Is like
Arcadia. I think that's real. I know there's Acadian French
yeah.
cultures in the east end of Canada.
That's what I was referring to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Acadia National Park is in Maine. Sorry, I'm just doing some last minute research here. Yeah, it's referring to a historical French colony that was actually very much, went through some tragic things. They were like colonized and forced to move out of Acadia and go to present day Louisiana, which is why there's like such a French influence
in the south there.
In the south in Louisiana. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
I believe it's Louisiana. Yeah.
But
anyways, maybe that's why the word feels familiar.
It feels familiar for that. Yes. But this is Arcadia.
Arcadia.
And,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. So it's cool.
Maybe we'll find out in the album. Maybe not.
Yeah.
We'll see. First song. It's a 7-minute intro. What is this first song called? For some reason, I don't have it in my
think
notes.
it's Look to Windward.
Look to Windward.
Look to Windward.
Okay. Yeah, it is a long song. 7 minutes. And you know me with my long songs. So right off the bat, I'm like, okay. The intro's pretty cool. Cool synth. Overall, it's just so much happening.
So much.
And that's kind of a common theme on this album. There's so much happening. So many transitions. Starts off with a cool beat, cool synth. Then they'll go into like some cool rock breakdown, anthemic chorus, and then it's like they end with like a crazy like metal breakdown. I feel like that's like the blueprint
That really is. Yeah.
that they used on this album for a lot of songs, with some exceptions, but very few.
Yes. I thought when I first put on the first song, the introduction with the synth, I got so excited because like, okay, this is interesting. This is something that Jesse picked, and there's a synth off the top. What's gonna happen? Anything
That's
can
funny.
happen. But it was such a tasteful sound, and it was developing and growing in a very particular way. It did not give away the surprise of that metal breakdown, which I really appreciate. And I think it was nice for it to feel like not necessarily like a surprise, but a very tasteful choice. It was impactful. So
Yeah.
although there was a lot of changes, and that blueprint is very contrasty, there's a lot of contrast in that blueprint. None of the changes felt like a gimmick. It all felt
Okay.
very intentional to me.
Yeah. I would feel comfortable also, like I have so many notes here for each song, but it's like I'm at that point I'd just be like reading off my notes, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Which I don't want to do.
think we have to, but let's.
So I was just gonna say, most of the time, I felt the same as you. Like it didn't feel gimmicky. Their transitions, really, almost every song felt like a mini Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Where it's just like
There's a lot of drama. Like it was very dramatic.
there's a lot of theatrics.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote in my notes. Is like there's a lot of almost like Evanescence theatrics in some of the vocals for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Every piece of instrumentation was like super tight and technically brilliant in my opinion. The drums were just like,
Oh,
as all metal drummers are just like,
Huge.
you guys are all just insanely talented. So it's just like, what is this,
yeah. Either you might say insanely talented, or you might just need to practice some more.
Yeah, probably. I'm just the AC/DC rock drummer, just keeping the beat steady.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's just talk about complaints because I feel like we
Sure.
have a lot of great things to say. So if you're a listener going into this album, expect lots of transitions between hip hop, pop, you know, just like regular rock music, and then like metal, and like breakdown and like screaming, like screamo. It's not technically screamo, right? It's hardcore. It's like the technical term for it,
Yeah,
right? I think screamo is like kind of a negative term, but like for people who aren't really in that world, they might recognize the word screamo. Like the singer does do like screaming, which I'm a fan of sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
So yeah, expect like tons of transitions every single song. Like I said, mini Bohemian Rhapsodies. A lot of the songs are Bohemian Rhapsody length too, like 6-7 minutes. I think there's only 2 songs that are 3 minutes. Which song is that now? Is it Dangerous? There's one song where there's actually it's very much just a pop song, and it's like a nice pop / hip hop trap beat. And I liked it because I like that kind of music, but I could see why like a metal head would be like, whoa, what is this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also expect, as far as the themes go, it touches on like these romance stories quite a bit, but there's also a lot of theatrical drama. So it feels almost otherworldly. Sometimes I think about like medieval times or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. I keep on saying drama, but like it's very
Like I
lot
said,
of
like
theatrics, a lot of drama. But there's enough themes of like romance and storytelling that I feel like it's grounding enough.
Yeah.
To actually engage you if you're just like a regular listener of like pop music or know some rock or know some hip hop. It's pretty grounding overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you love how I was like, let's talk about complaints, and then I just like listed off about a million compliments? No, I started it. I was like, let's talk about complaints. But first, let me say, summarize all the compliments. Now to actually get to some complaints. For purists, for like metal purists,
Good point.
you probably won't like this album, right? Like this, like I said, there's a couple songs in here that are just like very pop, like literally like a pop song, or like an Evanescence song, whereas like they save a lot of their metal breakdowns and screaming, like what you would traditionally call metal, for like the last 2 minutes of like every song, essentially.
Yeah.
So if you're a purist, you don't like anything outside of metal, you're probably not gonna like this album.
That's a very good point.
You probably already know about Sleep Token. It's probably not the first time you're hearing about them. So either way, for people who like a little bit of metal but like other stuff too, you'll probably love this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't like a lot of stark contrasts in your songs, a lot of surprises, big jumps, then you're probably not going to like this either.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just want to ride out the groove and enjoy a whole song that you're expected, that you have an expectation of, your expectations will not be met.
Yes. The other thing, personal complaint for me is sometimes the lyrics were awesome and I was like, oh, that's a cool line. And then other times I was like, corny.
Yes.
Like super corny.
There's
like
some misses in there.
There's some dookies for sure. Yeah. Yeah. But there's some really great ones. Like will you haunt this eclipse in me? I don't know. Like that's one of the refrains. It's kind of grown on me now, but it's just like it's very like dramatic.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get like Twilight vibes with all of this. I can imagine vampires fitting into the mix really well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There's some cool harmonies throughout this album too. There's another one that's like "Show me how to dance forever." Another like not great line in my opinion, like corny. But some of the good lines. So this track called "Caramel" was a standout for me. This is one of the first ones I heard off this album, even before I kind of brought this up to Karen. And I just absolutely love this song. The chorus is amazing. Everything about this song is fantastic. And also the line, "The stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition." Oh,
yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Straight fire.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like this track a lot as well. The breakdowns just were impeccable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I felt like some of the not so great lyrics felt like a B-rated emo band would pull that off and like really be proud of it.
Big time.
But these guys were like, We'll just throw that in there.
Yeah.
We'll just let it slide.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that.
Yeah. So I feel like if there's one song you should listen to, it's definitely Caramel. Kind of like is a good summary of how the whole album is. Another standout for me would be Provider, what is it? Gethsemane?
Get some in.
Gethsemane. Yeah, that one
yeah.
was really great. Another complaint I have though about the album in general is they use transitions so much in every song that it almost starts feeling like a songwriting crutch, where it's like, we don't know where the song should go. Screw it. Let's just do like, let's make it a hip hop thing now. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
Yeah.
they're almost using it because they don't like, because it's a crutch. Like that's just what they're used to leaning on. And it's almost like they don't know how to write a song unless they put 8 different like transitions in it. Right. And it's like, yeah, that's really impressive, but can you do this? Can you do it the regular way, or is this the only way you know how to do it? You know what I mean? And there were the songs that did have like, you know, the 1 or 2 that were just very much like, this is just one genre. They didn't do transitions. For me, felt like a breath of fresh air. But yeah, that's what I will say is that the transitions sometimes became a bit much. It's like, we get it. We get it. You guys are ultra talented and you can do these wild transitions to different genres within the same song. But, you know, give us a little bit of a break.
Yes. The kind of wow factor wore down on me a little bit.
Yeah.
So when the trap beats kind of came in later on, I felt like it just, I didn't get as excited for that the first time. And I can sense that, I think I agree with the crutch aspect of things.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One standout track for me is definitely the last one, Infinite Baths.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Holy moly. I mean, ending the record with that track, like if you listen to this record, and I would suggest you to listen to this record, when you get to the end, you're going to be happy. I was happy. That's what I needed.
I was low-key overwhelmed, I think. Or it was just like enough already, like with all the transitions and everything. But this is a cool song for sure. Upon second and third listen to this song,
It's the best outro to an album I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's just going off, you know?
Nice. Nice.
You just sent it.
Yeah. There was one thing where it was like 4 minutes in, which is halfway through the song. It's the guitar. There's like a cool guitar lick, but immediately I was like, "This is Pink Floyd."
Oh, okay.
It's like burning.
Yes, there was some of that.
Yeah, and it like ever since I've heard that, I meant to figure out what song it is because it's like blanking in my mind what Pink Floyd song it is. I feel like it's "Shine on You Crazy Diamond," but there's like that
transition.
I think it's that song. It's like burning. They use that guitar lick in that song, and
Is
so
there
when I
part 2
heard,
to Shine on Crazy Diamond?
yeah,
I think it's the beginning of part 2 then. It's
Okay.
got to be in the middle over there.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that was kind of like,
wrong.
are they paying homage to Pink Floyd, or is this like an accidental ripoff where they're just like, oh, that sounds really cool, but they're not realizing it's like definitely a Pink Floyd thing. But otherwise, yeah, that song was pretty cool, and this album, I think we can both agree,
Yeah.
is pretty cool. Do we want to give our final thoughts? Did you have anything else to say before we give our final thoughts and score?
Final thoughts. The context of me listening to this record is within this podcast. So this record being Jesse's pick made it that much more exciting. I can hear his hip hop influences or preferences. I wasn't expecting all the screamo from you, but I really appreciated that. I'm a big fan of the loud screaming variety. So from that context, it was a lot of fun to listen to the record. Yeah. Knowing that you're like, check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad, man. I mean, for me, this album, like me introducing this album was less of a, oh, like this is like who I am as a music listener and fan, and more of a, this is a really cool thing that I've noticed, and I want your opinion on it, and I want to like dissect it together.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's good.
because because you're surprised by the metal part. That was like a big area for me of like growth, or like just me being like, do I like this? Like, a lot of times when I'm in my car and I'm just casually listening, I skip it once it gets to the like screaming.
Fair.
You know what I mean? I don't typically listen to a lot of screamo. The only band I do is Dead and Divine, Burlington band from Canada.
Very good.
Very like indie
Shout out.
underground. Shout out Dead and Divine if if they're listening. But like outside of that, I don't listen to a ton of hardcore stuff. So, but yeah, I love obviously trap beats. I'm a big hip hop fan, so I love the beats, and I'm a big pop music fan, and there was a lot of that
Yeah.
in this album. So, yeah, okay.
Great. Yeah, that was great. No,
I want to hear your score. What's your score?
my score is 4.
4.
I'm giving it a 4.
Okay.
The reason for this 4 is I had a great time listening to it. I think in this modern age, there's a necessity for kind of this surprise wow factor, kind of contrasty type of stuff, kind of the stuff that you would cut on your Instagram story to like be exciting, or like TikTok. There's a lot of TikTok moments in these records or in these songs, but I can tell that although it allows for those TikTok moments, it wasn't meant for those TikTok moments, which I appreciate. So in this modern age, I think they're doing a good job at trying to play the market, do what they do best, and also keep things fresh. And yeah, my overall experience was really happy. And what sealed the deal for me was the last song. Making sure that they doubled down on the screamo and just sent it at the end is like the cathartic release I needed for this. And if that wasn't there, it would have been like a 3, maybe 2.5.
Whoa.
I swear to God.
Wow.
That
Okay.
really sealed the deal for me.
Dang.
It helped me understand that like they knew what they were doing and that we were on the same page like as a listener and the creator for that.
Okay.
But if that wasn't there and it was like some other trap beat or whatever it was, I felt like they didn't know what the potential could have been. So I
Okay.
feel like they realized the potential with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. That's very well said. Very well said. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with a 4. I have to go with a 4 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna parrot your score here because I liked it. I will revisit it. Especially there's a few tracks on here that I'm gonna definitely come back to. Not every song I felt like that. There were some songs that felt a little tedious or a little bit like, okay, that was great, but like, maybe there's a bit too much metal and hardcore vibes for me here. So it's not a 5 for that reason, but I definitely think you guys should check it out. It's a great album in in the year of 2025, and I think that this is a rock band that's doing some exciting things, and you don't get that a lot anymore in rock music. Is a rock band doing very exciting things. So
I might add, the way they used breakdowns was actually more EDM inspired rather than traditional metal, in my opinion.
okay,
It felt like when the beat drops in an EDM environment, the purpose of that was aggressive, provocative, and get you to the next point.
yeah,
Using a breakdown as a transition rather
Yeah.
than building up a song full of breakdowns for the enjoyment in a traditional metalhead variety.
yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah, the way that the like breakdowns happen is almost like it's almost like they gave Skrillex. They asked Skrillex to like make the metal
Yeah,
breakdowns.
yeah, that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah.
So that's fresh, and I think it's very relevant for 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 out of 10 album, even in Arcadia by Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you liked our review, if you liked the album, or if you had thoughts about it, please leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to hear more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take it easy.
See ya.